Now we'll take a look at program structure and discuss how to effectively implement Calm Classroom. If you really want to experience the benefits of the program, teach it with consistency. Many teachers fear that the program will take away from instructional minutes, but if students are practicing the techniques regularly, you will likely see shifts in your students' behavioral issues, as well as an increase in their ability to refocus their attention when they get off task. These changes ultimately lead to a more productive classroom climate and increase your instructional minutes. The implementation table can be found in the front of your manual. This schedule will move you through the program in an organized way and ensure that your students have time to get comfortable with every technique. If you're part of a school-wide program, this provides every teacher with a schedule to follow and keeps the whole building on the same page. Once you've finished working with every technique, you can go back to the beginning of the table and start over again, or you can create your own schedule. After you complete the implementation schedule, you may choose techniques based on the mood of the classroom. For example, you could choose a focusing technique if your students are about to take a test. After recess, choose a breathing or relaxation technique to calm the class down. If they seem low energy, choose a stretching technique to get them moving. You can also let the students choose. In order to enrich student involvement and more effectively integrate the program into your classroom structure, we recommend assigning a student ambassador. The student ambassador role can be assigned to a new student each week or included as part of your classroom's pre-existing student leadership system. Let's talk about what this job entails. This poster lists the student ambassador responsibilities. The student ambassador is responsible for reminding the teacher that it is time for Calm Classroom, putting the Do Not Enter sign on the door, and turning off the lights. After the technique is over, the student will take the sign off the door, turn on the lights, and mark the Calm calendar. Let's take a minute to talk about the rest of the materials. Once you have decided when you will be leading Calm Classroom throughout the day, fill in the daily schedule sign. Be sure to write the period or subject of the day when the technique will be delivered. For example, in the first blank, you could write after breakfast, in the second blank, before reading, and in the third blank, after lunch. If you have forgotten to lead Calm Classroom, this will help the student ambassador know when to remind you. When it's time for Calm Classroom, the student ambassador will hang the Do Not Enter sign on the door to ensure that no one disrupts the class during the technique. You can use Velcro, a suction cup, string, tape, or any other materials so that it's easy to post the sign and take it down. After every technique, the student ambassador will mark the Calm calendar with an X to note that the technique has been completed. This will help the class keep track of their practice, as well as support them in creating a daily habit. At the end of the month, students and teachers can look back at the completed calendar with a sense of accomplishment. After you have completed the implementation schedule, you may train students to lead Calm Classroom. We suggest that you allow students to lead one of the 3 techniques per day. Make sure to coach students on how to lead the techniques properly, reminding them to speak slowly and clearly and stop to breathe in between each line. We recommend having student leaders lead you in a technique before they lead the class in order to ensure that they are leading the technique correctly. Calm Classroom is the perfect tool for disciplinary staff to use when meeting with a student individually. One-on-one meetings with adults can be scary and stressful for students, especially when they're called to the principal or counselor's office after a fight or upset. If students are already familiar with Calm Classroom techniques, this is a great way to help them feel more at ease. If Calm Classroom is new to them, briefly explain the purpose behind practicing the technique. Giving students the opportunity to practice Calm Classroom in different contexts will reinforce the practice as well as contribute to a more mindful school-wide culture.